welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how I got this little look going. This is my peaches and cream inspired makeup look. If you want to see how this one goes and how I got to create this look, then carry on watching. Don't forget, if you enjoy this, to subscribe and hit that little bell button to keep your notifications turned on. And by all means, give me a comment down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts, and give me a little thumbs up if you enjoyed this and want to see more. Let's go on with the video. Okay, so I have started off using my NYX Pore Filler Primer Base, and I've applied that. I have also used my PS My Perfect Colour Matte Foundation, this from Primark, and this is in the shade Vanilla, and that is a medium full coverage foundation. And I have also applied my Revolution Conceal and Define, and that is in shade C3. Now I am going to do a bit more underneath my eyes, just because they're looking a little bit dark, and then I'm going to set that, so that's what I'm going to do now. So going back in with the Revolution Conceal and Define, I'm just adding a little more underneath my eyes. Cool, on to the next bit. So now I am going to take my Makeup Gallery Smoothly Does It Pressed Powder, and this is in the shade 1 Translucent, and this is from Poundland. So I was actually quite impressed with this one when I bought this, so I've carried on using it. I'm going to take my nice big fluffy Real Techniques brush, and I'm just going to take that all over. As simple as that, all done. Now I'm going to take my Natural Collection, what's this, Sun Tint Bronzing Powder, that's this one here, I've used this one quite a lot, and this is in the shade Sunshine. And I'm just going to take that at the top, up here, and down the side a little bit, so just giving that sun-kissed look. All done. Next up, I'm going to take my Hoola bronzer, and this is the darker shade one. Let's take this one out. So this is the original colour, and I'm just going to take that into the hollows of my cheeks, if there is any. Okay, now it's blusher time. I'm going to go in with the Revolution blush palette here, and I'm going to take a nice sort of orangey tone. Let's go with, I'm going to go with this one just here, this sort of pinky orange. Just take a little bit of that. That was nice and easy. Oh, my leg's gone dead. I'm just going to take my big fluffy brush again, and then just slightly buff that out. I'm going to take my favourite Eco Tools fan brush, and I'm going to use the Tiny Bird Cosmetics Illuminating Powder, and this is in the colour Champagne Sorbet. I do like this one. This is really nice for a natural sort of glow. That's that all put on. Now I feel nice and glowy and healthy looking, which is really nice. So now I'm going to do my brows. I'm going to use the PS Brow Pencil. I don't know what shade you are, because you're just dark. No, it's not on here anywhere. This is from Primark, and it's quite a dark shade. You can see from the lid there, it's that sort of colour. And I'm going to do this one off camera, because I am rubbish at doing my brows, so bear with me and see the horror within afterwards. Okay, so that's about as good as they're going to get, because they're just terrible. I need to get them sorted, but that will come in time eventually. Now I'm going to go in and do my eyes, which is the bit I'm looking forward to the most to do this peaches and cream look. So I'm going to take the NYX HD Studio Photogenic eyeshadow base, that's this little dude here, and I'm just going to apply that on my lids. Okay, so now I'm going to use my MUA palette. This is the Matte Supreme palette, and I'm going to take this pinky shade just here, and I'm going to just apply that as my base coat. Okay, now that's all applied, so I have that nice sort of subtle pinky look going on at the moment. So next up I'm going to use my Revolution and Soph palette here, and I'm going to take the colour Running Late, which is this sort of orange just here, and I'm going to place that in my outer corner. Okay, so that's that bit applied. Now I've pulled that a little bit underneath my eyeline as well. I'm now going to go in with the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. That's this little guy here, and I'm going to take the colour Nectar, which is this kind of orangey, goldy, sort of yellowy colour here, and I'm going to put that in my inner corner. Okay, now I'm going to take the colour Candied Peach, which is this lovely pinky peach colour there, and I'm going to just pull that a little bit in the middle here and just sweep it across both sides. Just to sort of make that the transition between them both. Everything that I'm doing on the top, I'm also making that happen on the underneath as well, so it all matches. Anybody else pull funny faces when they're doing their makeup because they're concentrating so much? Okay, so I can see that we've got a nice sort of orangey tone going across here now, which is really good. I'm just going to go back into the Soph palette, and I'm going to take the colour Sweet and Sour, which is this one, the slightly darker one here, and just ever so slightly put that in the outer corner and bring it across. But I'm just focusing in this area here. So you see it's getting just slightly darker in the outer corner there, and I'm just going to take the colour here, Vitamin C, which is this very vibrant yellow, and extremely lightly put that in the inner V, and that's just going to like yellow up the bit that I've put there already. Okay, so now what I've done here is just applied a little bit more of the eye primer to the inner half of my eyelid, so just from here to here, and then just sort of smeared it out, so I have a little sort of triangle shape there, and then I'm going to take my flat brush here and I'm going to go into the colour Nectar again, and I'm just going to apply that over where I've just put that base again. So we're just going to put it back on to where I've just made that triangle. Okay, so now I'm going to take my Real Techniques fluffy brush here. I'm going to go back in with Running Late, that orange one from before, and I'm just going to take that just onto the edge of where I cut that, and I'm just dabbing it slightly just to blend the two together. And now I'm going to take my Spectrum BO4 angled brush here. I'm going to take the colour Chocolate Orange, which is this one just here, and I'm just going to darken up the outside corner just a tad. Okay, so that is my eyeshadows done, and now I'm going to go in with my mascara. So the mascara I'm going to use today is the Rimmel London Extra 3D Lash Mascara. This is my absolute go-to. Love this mascara. Okay, so that is my mascara done. That is also my eyes all done. And then the last two touches, so I've got my lips to do. So I've got the Revolution and Soph lipstick here, and this is in the shade Syrup. So that's this one here. So it's a nice sort of muted natural shade. These are so creamy, I absolutely love them. So that is my lips done, and then my final item is the MUA Pro Base Fixing Mist. So I'm just going to apply that now to set it all in place.